Every time I come back outside, they like, where have you been? In the secret place of the Most High, now don't ask me again. Had to fix internal things within, now I'm rapping again. This ain't just about doing me, this is actually for him.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am KeyLovesGod. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Jaguar Wright dropping some bombshells that's shaking things up in the music industry. Get ready because we are about to dive into the real reason behind Whitney Houston's untimely passing.
It was said on several occasions that she was beaten. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat up.
Oh, wow.
And Brandy was the one that found her. But you know, they pledge allegiance to Clive too.
Jeez.
Well, you know, Ray J was kind of down on his luck because the whole bullshit happened, and then, you know, Whitney was dead and he was using her, as he's said himself, for clout, and then all of a sudden he got Love and Hip Hop LA after Whitney died. She was a chain smoker. She smoked 3 packs of Newport today. And still could sing like that. But when you add in and then the this and that, and then when they did her autopsy, they said there was nothing wrong with her throat. Her lungs were so damaged that she couldn't fuel the notes. It was her lungs. It wasn't. Her voice was fine.
Oh.
That's how Clive did it. And then the next thing you know, she's Jay, and then it's Grammy time. And her and Clive had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the drug dealer in that gave her the shot. Leola Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, has said on several occasions that she was beaten.
Whitney was clean. She was clean. And let me tell you all this. There is a brother in the Nation of Islam. His name is Brother Curtis Muhammad. And my mother loved him like he was her son. My mommy loved Curtis. And he was a very good friend of the families. I brought him in. But Bobby hired him to do security. And he was the best security that Bobby and Whitney had. I mean, come on, Nation of Islam. You know, he did a daggone good job. Well, somebody plotted to have him moved. And they were messing with his paychecks and everything. Just, you know, trying to do things. And wanted him out of the way, I guess, so that Pat's brother can come in. Because now that Whitney's gone, I'm sitting here looking at all of this. And it seems like to me, at that hotel that day, Ray, the security, Pat's brother, he was the one that told me Whitney's room looked like a tornado hit it. So where was you at? Where was you at? And then Pat's, I think it's her niece, Mary. I think Mary's Pat's niece. All these people that are related to Pat are working around Whitney at this time. Somebody calls Whitney's niece in New Jersey. Oh, Whitney was at the hotel for 2 weeks prior to being found. Not after the body was found. Prior to being found. And somebody called her niece and said, something fishy is going on at that hotel with your aunt. They're doing something to her. You need to call her and get her out of there. So I don't know what they saw.
Anything with her name on it is strictly for the purposes of financial gain for those who have access to her estate, including Clive Davis. Clive Davis. This ain't a film to celebrate Whitney Houston. This is a film to, you know, pay the piper.
He was the one trying to bring her back, though, at the time of prior to her death, right?
Fuck him.
Okay.
He needed her back.
Oh, yeah.
He needed her back, but he needed her back and under his control.
It's no secret that Whitney Houston's life was not without its struggles. From her tumultuous relationship with Bobby Brown to her battles with addiction, she faced her fair share of challenges. But through it all, her music remained a constant source of inspiration and strength for so many. And let's not forget the impact that she had on the music industry. Whitney broke barriers and set new standards for what it means to be a true diva. And her powerhouse vocals and undeniable stage presence made her a true icon, not just in the world of music, but in the popular culture as a whole.
Half the room were in tears, the other half were kind of partying. What did you feel about that?
I thought that was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. You know, I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously, and whose life had been affected by her. So they were like, I don't understand how that party went on.
I had Clive Davis by pure chance in here on Friday night with Jennifer Hudson, and he obviously worshipped Whitney, and I think he must have gone through agony when he heard this news, knowing it was 2 or 3 hours till this event.
Right.
And I think he took the decision to turn it into a tribute to her.
Usually throws the biggest party the night before the Grammys, but tonight the mood was somber. Whitney Houston died in a room in this very hotel earlier today.
And I stand by that. I stand on that. I stand on that whoever flew her out to perform at that party should have provided someone to be there to somehow just keep the riffraff out of the situation. Just keep some of the dangerous people away.
The blame game has begun. A lot of people want to blame Bobby Brown. A lot of people want to blame the music business. A lot of people want to blame everyone. What do you think?
Well, it's all of the above and a whole lot more. But she was a strong-willed, strong-minded girl. And I can't say that it's all anybody's fault, but...
Would she have gone down that route, do you think, without Bobby Brown in her life?
Well, if it would not him, somebody else. If she wants to get high. If you want to get high, you're going to get high.
And do you think she had that tendency anyway?
I think that we all, as artists, because we're highly sensitive people, and this machine around us, this so-called music industry, is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives and their essences at the drop of a dime.
And how did you feel when you heard that Sony, I think it was back in the UK, had jacked the prices up of Whitney's album?
It reminds me...
Within an hour or so of her dying.
Yeah, that reminds me of the time I had a manager once that said to me, you know, you're worth more money dead than alive.
Whitney's impact continues to be felt to this day. Her music lives on, touching the hearts of new generations and inspiring countless artists to follow in her footsteps. So let's take a moment to remember the incredible talent, the unmatched charisma, and the unforgettable legacy of Whitney Houston.
Losses beyond words. As a spokesperson for the Academy and the industry, I guess I would sum it up by saying there's only one Whitney Houston, probably never ever be another. Her loss is devastating to all of us, but I'd rather look at what she left for us and the body of work and the inspiration and the hope and the joy that she brought not only to musicians but to millions of people all around the world is something that will be her.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time.